Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose XP. I'll bring you another Injustice 2 video, and today what I got for you guys is a topic about what could have been for Injustice 2, as Ed Boon started reminiscing and bringing up some ideas that NetherRealm had for Injustice 2 that didn't make the cut for the game. Right before we do so though, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if you could leave a like rating on the video, as it shows your support, and I would really appreciate it. So if you could leave a like, that would be awesome. And with that said, well, let's jump in and let's talk about this. So earlier today, Ed Boon was doing some tweeting, as he normally does, and inevitably he got to the topic of Shazam, and he brought up that Shazam would have been a pretty fun premiere skin to see for Black Adam or Raiden in Injustice 2, and his excuse here as to why this wasn't the case is because Shazam was in Injustice 1, and he had different moves. Now, to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think this is the best of excuses. I think that it doesn't really matter what the moveset would have been for the character. The reason that we like premiere skins like Reverse Flash or John Stewart or Black Lightning is because we get to see these characters in Injustice 2, and they have the different voice actors, and they have the intro dialogue and all that stuff. Granted, we would love to see them as their own characters, but at least this way they get to be in the game and not take up an extra slot and take away a slot from a character like Adam or Enchantress and these creative characters that NetherRealm has put in the game as DLC. So I'm happy about the premiere skins, and I really would have loved to see Shazam as a premiere skin, and I don't think this is the best excuse as to why it couldn't be the case. But inevitably, Ed Boon got on the topic about the fact that NetherRealm at one point considered making a Fighter Pack Zero, as they called it, which would consist of returning fighters from Injustice 1. These characters being Ares, Doomsday, Batgirl, and then, as he was previously talking about, Shazam. Now, this is really interesting, and I'm not entirely sure how this could have worked. And the reason that I say that is because, well, if they were to do this, it would have been 4 returning characters, one of them who was a DLC character in the first game, and you'd have had to pay for them, most likely at least, I'm assuming, and we would be basically paying for characters that we've played as before and already have access to from the first game. So I don't know how people would have responded to this. I don't know if people would have been okay with it. I'm not entirely sure if I would have been, but the saving grace of it, and I guess the incentive to buying the characters, would have been the gear system and the customization options for each of these characters. Hell, some gear for Ares or Doomsday would have looked epic, and Batgirl definitely could have looked great as well. But again, someone like Shazam, I don't know necessarily if they needed to even be in a Fighter Pack Zero when they could have been a premiere skin for Raiden or Black Adam, just as Ed Boon said. So if you were to do a Fighter Pack Zero, I would replace Shazam with someone else. I don't know who it could be. I'd have to really think about it on what character I really like from the original Injustice Gods Among Us roster. I mean, off the top of my head, maybe it would be Martian Manhunter, because I would have really loved to see Martian Manhunter in Injustice 2 with some gear system. But I guess one way or another, from the way that they're talking about this, the fact that they considered it means that it didn't happen, and it's most likely not going to happen. But I don't know, this could be another case of Martian Manhunter from Injustice Gods Among Us, where he wasn't initially a part of the planned DLC for the game, but because so many people were asking for him, inevitably, they released him as a DLC character, and he was awesome and one of the coolest characters in the game. So maybe, with Ed Boon talking about this Fighter Pack Zero, if enough people start asking for it, there could be a scenario where we see, maybe a year from now or 6 months from now, a Fighter Pack Zero is released with the characters listed in Ed Boon's tweet. And hey, it is worth mentioning that a while back Ed Boon was on DC All Access, and he did say that we would be seeing DLC for Injustice 2 into 2018 and beyond. So could this be that and beyond? Could this be that Game of the Year Injustice 2 edition, including Fighter Pack Zero of returning fighters like Ares, Doomsday, Batgirl, and Shazam? Well, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the way that he tweets it here, it seems like it was something they considered and they ended up scrapping, so it's probably a canceled idea. But again, if the community starts to ask for it and if we request it enough, this could be something that we see in the future, and I would be really, really excited if it was. But that's it. Now I kick it to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about the idea of a Fighter Pack Zero? And hey, let me kick this question to you. If you had the chance to make your own Fighter Pack Zero consisting of returning characters from Injustice Gods Among Us, what 4 characters would it be and why? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm Caboose XBL, and once again, if you could leave a like rating on the video, it shows your support and I would really appreciate it. And you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.